So I've been a member for 6 months, and I came here because I wanted a friendly, collaborative, fun environment surrounded by cool, interesting, energetic people. I was in an office that was kind of a isolated, boring, dull, dark, maybe not dark, but dull, dry kind of office, and I wanted something a little bit more fast-paced and surrounded by like-minded people and good energy.
I teach online at a couple community colleges, and most of my time is spent at home. And this sounds like a great opportunity to get out of the house and to not worry about what's in the refrigerator. So I came here and was immediately hooked, as I said, by the people that are here, the sense of community. It's just a wonderful spot.
Very at home, very friendly. I felt Megan and Jessica, the community managers, you walk in, there's these two people that are genuinely happy to see you, which in LA is so rare to find, you know? So yeah, I just liked coming to work.
So the folks within Nextspace that I've encountered over the last 8 months have been rather diverse in terms of who they are, what they do, and their stories. And it's always so interesting to talk to people at Nextspace because everybody has a different story, with one exception, and that is the bond that brings them to a co-working environment.
I would consider myself a nerd, and there are handsome nerds like myself, but a great variety of people, but very eclectic. I mean, we have lawyers, we have graphic artists, so you have an opportunity to meet people you'd never get a chance to meet in a work environment. Oh, and there are dogs here too.
I like this one, I mean, mostly because of location, but it's not overly focused on the startup scene or like the mobile app or the latest and greatest. There's a nice balance of kind of design and tech and creative and liberal arts and financial stiffs like me, so it's a nice kind of a blend.
So I've had a few informal encounters of the Nextspace effect. Interesting, I didn't think it was going to happen just given the fact that, well, I'm coming from a corporate environment and I'm in business development and this person's a web developer. But when you talk to people, I will say, as I mentioned earlier, people are just so interesting here that you can get them in a conference room, which I've done before, and just say, hey, I have this idea. How do I get into this company? How do I talk to this person? How do I manage my inbox? I mean, anything you could talk to a lot of these folks about. And so I've experienced that more of an informal basis. So to be clear, I'm not hiring other people, but on an informal basis, I've been able to leverage other people's kind of insights and kind of consulting in a sense. And it's happened vice versa. My colleague every now and then will say, hey, come into this conference room. I want to talk to you about some finance deal I'm looking for insight on. So I've definitely seen it occur with the Nextspace.
What I love about being here, first, is that I do have an official address in a great neighborhood, and I actually feel that I got one of my big corporate clients for that because he came here and I was able to rent a room, an office space, and it looked great. And at the entrance, my picture was there with the name of my business. Like, it gives something. Like, even though I'm a very small business, it's just me and my assistant, I had that big, nice location and nice meeting room and somebody to greet my client at the door and all of that. So that made a difference. I love that I can have my clients come in and do the coaching. There is a very good energy here. So it makes me look good for people on the outside, yes.
So Culver City is great for a few reasons. Number one, in terms of logistics and proximity, it's close to the 10, it's close to the 405. So it's very easy to get in and out of. Although I walk here, I know parking is very good within downtown Culver City. Number two, there's a lot to do. I understand Culver City went through a major gentrification over the last 15 years. I only know it in the last 2 to 3 years, but it's wonderful. You've got bars, restaurants, there's the arts district, movie theater, There is the Baldwin Overlook, which is a running path I go to at least 3 times a week. So there's always something to do, and it's walkable. So other parts of LA, you have to drive somewhere. Culver City is very walkable, and there's a sense of community in Culver City that I found that you don't usually get on the western part of Los Angeles. So in some way, I absolutely love it.
Also, sometimes I use the Venice location. Sometimes it's just because especially when I'm writing, I just need to go somewhere else just to shift my energy, so I like to go there. Or sometimes I'm on the other side of town for other reasons, so it's great to be able to go there just for that. And the Venice location is by the beach, so if I want to have that type of vibe, then I go there.
Friday afternoons, 3:58. I think there's a reason for 3:58. I'm not really sure what it is. But the happy hour is great because people basically come out of the woodwork. I mean, the people who are very into isolation with their work or who are in some of the offices in the perimeter come out, and you get to meet lots of new people every Friday at the happy hour. And sometimes the happy hours are sponsors, so sometimes there's really good food. Sometimes there's pretzels and potato chips, but sometimes you get a whole hot meal.
It's just a great time to connect, to see people. There is a lot of drinking sometimes, and sometimes after happy hour, people go to the bar downstairs. But I can tell, it's the end of the week. I'm looking forward to it, to that moment where you can just connect and be together and have fun and celebrate whatever accomplishment people have, and I love it.